Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, it's just you. It's one of you. But how are you? Please write something in the chat so I know you're here. And please like the live, share it. I'm just gonna wait for some more people to get in. Good afternoon. 12 on the dot. Thank you for liking. Please like, share, spread the word. Let's get some people in here because we have some tea to spill today. Hi, Adeo. My name is Thessely, by the way. My last name is Juliet. I get that. People confuse that all the time, so it's okay. But hi, how are you doing? Hi, JK. Thank you so much. I love this too. This is a new piece. This is from Sport Max. I've been wanting to get something from that brand for the longest time, and I finally found like this piece in sale. I really love it. It's actually like a shirt dress, but I wear it as a shirt. Hi, Kenna. How are you? Hi, The Cute Life. Hi from Washington. How are you, girl? How are you guys doing? How's your Sunday going? How's your week been? Let me know, like, energy level wise, how are we feeling? Are we feeling a 1, like a low tank, a 10, an empty, or a high to have full tank? Let me know. Good afternoon, everyone that's just coming in. How are you doing? Sign in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from before we get started. I'm super excited for today. Have a very interesting topic that I want to share with you guys. And I want your opinion or your perspective on it. So, hi Diana, how are you? Where are you watching from? Let me know. So we can gauge how national or international we are. Hi Yvette, how are you? I knew you would. I knew. You're a true one. How's it going? How's your week been? Of course, from Brooklyn, from Brookie, Boogie Town. Hi, Jake. Okay, from London. I love it. Yvette, have you worn your handbag yet? JK, are you? I'm having trouble with this weather, with how dark it's getting, like how early it's already. I think like around 5 is already getting dark here. How about you? Do you have the same complaint? Let's do some small talk before, as people get in. Okay, Yvette. Okay, busy week cooking now. What are you cooking? I have to cook after this, actually. I'm cooking a split pea soup, which is so typically a typical Dutch dish. It's so good, so heartwarming. Erwtensoep. All right, it's 5. Haven't worn a handbag yet. Plan on it. Okay, perfect. Send me a picture when you do. I would love to see it. Hi, Lauren. Lauren from Chicago. I've been having Chicago in my mouth the last week. Been wanting to visit, like, I would say from all the cities in US that I haven't visited yet, Chicago is high on the list. JK, okay, it's horrible inland, very cold and rainy. Same here. Like, I'm like, I think we skipped fall because it's crazy. Okay, so you're cooking brown stew, chicken, rice, and peas and fishes. Oh, I love it. I wish I was there. I would have stopped by. All right, let's get this party going. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited for today's live. I was like, is it already the first Sunday of the month? The days go by so quickly, especially once we cross like October. I don't know what happens to the days, but before you know it's Christmas, before you know it's New Year. But today, if you saw please like the live, please share it so we get more people coming in, and also it gets like pushed to in the algorithm. So even like people that are not part of the family, part of the inner circle, the live will get pushed to them, and then they chime in, like they come in and they see that's a vibe over here. So please like the live. It's like free for you, but it means everything to me. But yeah, I teased the topic for today on Instagram, if you saw that. But today we're talking about how soon is too soon to start dating again, because your girl is dating again. So I was like, I want you guys' not necessarily opinion, but more so my take on it, because this is a topic that everyone has an opinion on. So yeah, I thought it's something that's relatable that we can talk about. But before we do, I did get a couple of questions that I will be going through, like some rapid fire questions, which is like to reiterate. So, because I know not everyone will remember this, but the way that I structure the lives is that I start with a check-in, check-in with you guys, how are you guys feeling, but also like how am I feeling. Then we go into the heavy load, which is like the topic that I just mentioned, like something that's more, a deep conversation. And then lastly, we close off with the spin, which is like a rapid fire of like questions that you guys asked me on Instagram, or just random questions that, especially for like newer people that don't know me yet, I can quickly answer those. So a quick check-in. Someone asked me like, how's your heart, which is like super sweet. Like, how's your heart? How have you been? Just checking in. How are you doing? And I am doing so good. Like, I'm so happy how things are going. I'm in good spirits. I'm incredibly like positive the last, I would say, month and a half, 2 months. Just so many great things happening in my life, around my life lately. So yeah, I would say zero complaints. I mean, the only complaint that I have is the weather. But that's a given, right? If you live in the Netherlands, we always complain about the weather because it be sucking. It sucks ass. It's just horrible. It's been raining nonstop. I got back. When did I get back from New York? Wednesday? Yeah, I got back Wednesday. It's been raining nonstop, like overcast, gray, gets dark at 5. Like, what are we doing? So that's my only complaint. And you will hear me complain about the weather until March. So for the foreseeable future. Because it's just, I can't. I have to like look at the the forecast for rain, because I need to take Frida out. I don't want to get her too wet. Actually have to get her a raincoat because it's crazy. It's just raining way too much lately. But yeah, so other than that, I'm doing good. Work is going good. Really enjoying like the project that I'm doing at the moment, and social media content creation is also going good. I'm been getting like a couple of nice opportunities lately, and obviously just came back from New York, so that I would say of last month, that was my highlight for sure. It always makes me, I don't know, fills my heart to be there. There is something about, I was actually going to post something today. I was writing the caption for it, and it's just like me walking on the streets of New York, and I don't know, there is something about the air. I don't know how to explain it, but it just energizes me. That, I don't know, I get like a spring in my step. So I feel more creative when I'm there. So I'll talk a little bit more about the New York trip and the reason why I was there a little bit later on. But yeah, so feeling just fantastic. And while I was there, I did another the Laundry Line in real life brunch. This was like our first like more proper brunch, so to say. And it was so nice. It was at Mango Bay, which is like a Caribbean restaurant in Brooklyn. If you haven't been yet, I highly recommend. I had the grits, the shrimp and grits, which is amazing. And but yeah, other than the food, I mean, obviously it was such a nice time to be with community. Like a couple of the ladies were there the first time. That meant so much to me, like to see that there is just a yearning for community and that people would like actually come again. And then a couple of new ladies as well that were super, super nice. So yeah, I'm just already looking forward to the next one. Not sure yet when that will be. Yeah, Yvette, a great time was had by all. Yeah, it was so nice. So yeah, thinking of when that would be, probably end of November, December. We will see how things go. And also thinking about like a, maybe not a different format per se, but like doing like a maybe panel discussion. I don't know. I'm thinking about that, but we all will for sure like make this a thing. Like if not a monthly thing, maybe a bi-monthly thing. So we'll see. And another check-in or a more so announcement kind of thing. Tomorrow I am, maybe you already saw the premiere, but tomorrow I am posting a video on like just a regular day. You guys know, I used to do vlogs on my channel, and I stopped because they wouldn't get a lot of views, and I don't necessarily create videos just for views, don't get me wrong, but in the end of the day, like, you want to create stuff that people want to see. And I don't know, so for that reason I stopped creating vlogs. But tomorrow is a vlog. So tomorrow I am posting a vlog on this new series that I'm calling Manifesting Manhattan. Even though I don't necessarily want to live in Manhattan, but like I mentioned last live, I am moving to New York, but we are planning together. We're going to plan this together, how we're going to do this. Hey Ray, how are you? Welcome into the live. So yeah, so I'm going to use this series. I'm going to do it on YouTube, but also primarily on Instagram, Manifesting Manhattan, to plan this move with y'all. So from like immigration wise, like the visas that we should get, jobs that we should get, are there like just all the steps that we need to go through to get there, because we are getting there. So I think that would be fun. And so tomorrow's video is like what a typical, just realistic day would look like for me when I move to New York. So really put this on your little reminder, go there, like make sure that you watch it, that you like it, so it gets like pushed out. Hey Sarah, so excited for you. Thank you, girl. I'm excited too. Like, I think that this last trip solidified it even more for me, because in September when I was there for Fashion Week primarily. And then, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. And then this time around, I'm like, okay, how are we doing this? So that's like, we're actually going to make action steps to get there. So I'm thinking like a 6-month plan would be cute and realistic to get this ass to New York. Hi, yeah, the cute life, yeah. It's so exciting. So, but yeah, so that's a little update from my end. How are you guys feeling? Anyone that wants to chime in to let me know like how your week has been? Like I said, like, is your tank full? Is your tank empty? Let me know in the chat. So we make this a two-way street instead of just me yapping. Hi Shonda, how are you? Where are you watching from? Alrighty, let's get into it. How soon is too soon to start dating again? Now, this topic came to me because Shonda says, doing well, Brooklyn in the house, baby. Layas, let's go. Let's go. Hi, Raya. Hi, beautiful as always. Thank you so much, girl. Yvette says, my tank is full, but I'm very okay, that's beautiful. We love the positive vibes over here. No, you're good, Raya. You're good. Yvette says, taking everything one day at a time. Girl, I need help with that, because my mind be... I'm like I said, 6 months. 6-month plan. My head is already 6 months ahead. But yeah, trying to be more in the here and now, in the moment, and enjoy like every win, everything that I'm experiencing. So that's a good thing to remind myself of. Shonda says, love of the new hair as well. Thank you. So I got it done in Brooklyn. Can you believe? Because if you follow me on Instagram, I asked you guys like to send me some recommendations of hair salons, and I got many recommendations, so thank you for that. But some of the recommendations, honestly, were way too expensive. Like, I don't know what y'all be doing in New York, but I'm not paying like $200, like $250 for wash, dry, and a cut. Are you crazy? Like, are you mad? No, we're not. So there was this one place in Brooklyn because I wanted a Dominican because I have good experiences with Dominicans, right? When it comes to my hair. So I like precisely wanted a Dominican. So there was this one place that someone recommended called Judy's Unisex. The name makes no sense. I was like, this is some kind of, I don't know, shady place. But I was like, you know what? It has good reviews. I saw it like on Yelp and everything. I was like, I'm just gonna try it out. And there, if I had a little bit more time, I would have like let them cut the back just a little bit more precise. But other than that, I am so happy with how it turned out. And $80, like $80, 3 shampoos, a mask, styling, and a precision cut. Like, it's even, because here I paid 90 euros. So it's cheaper. Like, that's unheard of. I've never had anything cheaper in New York than here. So definitely, if you don't know this place, like, really, like, you have to save this one because they're super nice. Like, I made an appointment online. I walked in. Everything was on time. Like, they took their time with me as well. But sometimes what I hate about hair salons is that you have to, like, you make an appointment and then you still have to wait. I'm like, what is the point? But there, maybe it was because it was during the week, but that's besides the point. Went in, did my hair, in an hour and a half, I was in and out. So, yeah. Yeah, so super happy with my experience there. Let's see real quick. JK, full tank, very grateful, cannot complain. I love that for you. I love that. Yvette says, there is absolutely nothing wrong with planning and setting goals. You absolutely should. However, you just have to put things into perspective and prioritize. Absolutely. I agree. I'm just trying to find a balance because I've been someone that is too rigid, like with my planning. So, and that sometimes I forget to like enjoy the here and the now. And so I'm trying to find that balance. You know, it's not, I think that life is just really all about balance. Not too much of the one, not too little of the other. So definitely agree with that. Rhea says, my bad, next time come to Washington Heights. Yeah, I've been wanting to. This one was in, what's that neighborhood called again? Like that nice neighborhood in Brooklyn with the like brownstones. I forget. But it was in a nice neighborhood. But yeah, next time, because I really want like some good Dominican food from like, you know, Little DR as well. TBSL music. Yes, my watch is Cartier. I do have an unboxing on my channel about it. I am so in love with this watch. Such a good purchase. Shonda says, you're tempting me to go straight natural. I've been contemplating. I've been watching you for a couple of years. Girl, do it. Do it. I mean, I do miss my curls, I'm not gonna lie. I do wish that I can have like both, but unfortunately when you like straighten your hair every week, there comes a point that your curls kind of become non-existent. But I have no regrets. Like, I'm in my straight girl era and yeah, loving it. Rhea, especially con Dominicanas. Yes, just Dominicanas when it comes to hair, they know what they're doing. No, Yvette, it's not Fort Greene. It's the other one. It's not Brooklyn Heights. Not Bed-Stuy. It's oh my God. Now you're going to make me gonna look it up because I want to know this. I I've been knowing the streets and the avenues and everything, so I have to know this. Park Slope. Park Slope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Park Slope. Where I did the photo shoot. Just the most beautiful. If money was no issue, I would think, okay, let's do a quick game before we get before we get into the topic. If money wasn't an issue and you live, okay, for those of you who live in New York, if money wasn't an issue, where would you live? Which neighborhood? For me, I was actually talking about this with you know who, but for me, I would say number one would be Soho. I just love Soho. I love the vibes. I love that it has like a cute, picturesque, European kind of vibe to it. And it's like, it's not hidden, right? I mean, during the weekend, it can be very, very hectic, don't get me wrong. But there are like some small little side streets that are so, I just love it. I just love the vibes there. I also really like the West Village area. I also like the meatpacking area. This last time, I spent some time in the Upper West Side. Not so sure about that though. It's beautiful, but I don't know about the culture per se. And I don't know if I would necessarily fit in. But if we were talking Brooklyn, Park Slope would be my number one. My absolute number one. But I have to like still, there is so much more for me to see. So this is like as of now. Don't hold me to this because my opinion can still change. But this is as of now. Oh, Tribeca. Oh my God, I really loved Tribeca. I think Tribeca, I think Soho, then Tribeca, then Meatpacking. Yeah. If we're talking Manhattan. But, okay, Crown Heights. I have to visit Crown Heights. Greenwich, I also heard so many things about Greenwich. Let's see. Oh, you grew up there. Okay. You bougie, Rhea. No, it's super nice. It's super nice, but I don't know if it's, maybe I have to see it a little bit more because there are people that really rave about it. But I feel like Soho and Tribeca have more of a, I don't know, close-knit kind of feel to it, which just reminds me a little bit more of Europe in that way. But Park Slope has that too, so I don't know. But okay, let's get into it because I'm kind of dragging this too long. But yeah, so one thing that when you break up with someone and then people, obviously people get to know that you broke up and then you start dating again, depending on how fast you do this or how, whatever, doesn't depend on anything, period, people will have opinions. So always people have opinions on, oh, it's too soon, or why did you wait this long? Like, what's wrong with you? So I feel like no matter when you choose to start dating again, it just doesn't matter because it's your life and you know the best what is the right timing for you. I also don't think that there is anything wrong with casually dating while you're still like processing things or healing. It's not something that I personally did, but I don't think there was anything wrong with that if you disclose this, right? If you disclose this to the person that you're dating, that hey, I just got out of a relationship, I'm just here to have some fun, yada yada yada, yeah, go for it. But that's just my 2 cents. Hi, Caribbean Seed, how are you, girl? Welcome to the live. I think that, so I'm looking at my notes here. But I think that there is like this thing in society that says you should stay single or you should not date for like half of the length of your relationship. And I wonder, like, what do you guys think of that logic? Because by that logic, from my 12-year relationship, I'll have to stay single for 6 years. Tell me, how does this work? Have you guys heard about this this rule before? Or yeah, what do you think about that? Caribbean Seed says, I'm fine, Will, and you? Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing good. I did a check-in, doing good, feeling great. My tank is full. So yeah, we're here. Reyes says, get out here. 6 years, God, no. I know, right? That is crazy. No. And some people have the rule of you have to stay single for at least 6 months or at least a minimum 1 year. I don't know. I don't subscribe to the rules. Like, if you feel ready, you feel ready. And I think that there is something about healing through people. So while you are working on yourself, you are doing whatever you need to do to, process things and to get over the person, so to say. Dating also helps you to get through that, or to, like, let's say, speed up the process. Because what I have experienced is that I did like a lot of the work, so to say, and like, I don't compare myself to other people or anything, but there are people that don't put the amount of effort that, for instance, I did into like healing, right? I had like a year that was super intense when it comes to like all of the different things that I did to heal. I don't necessarily consider healed or whatever. I think it's like something that you keep going through or working through. But so for me, if I look at that timeline, maybe all of the things that I did in like a pressure cooker kind of way, someone who has been single for even longer, like 3 years, maybe hasn't done all of that work. So when they start dating, they're not ready. So I don't know. I just don't think that there is a universal timeline. I also think that it really depends on the circumstances. So let's say, were you in a super long-term relationship? Were you living together? Do you have kids together? Do you have pets together? Do you have property, like assets together? Did you break up, or did you get a divorce, or did the other person pass away? Like, there are so many different circumstances that this that determine like for you how long or how short you need to start dating again. Also depends on the person that you encounter. Like there are maybe people out there that you go out there, you find someone, and immediately it's a click. You guys hit it off. Like there are so many different things that come into play. So yeah, so that's my 2 cents. Let me see what you guys are saying here. Yeah, 6 years is wild because like I got so many comments like when I started. When I was even like putting myself out there, so many comments like from and I'm not even saying about like social media because I don't care. Like I honestly, like, respectfully, I don't care that much, or even a little bit about opinions online. But like from family and friends, like I got comments about, oh, you're moving quick. I'm like, what? I don't know. Like, what do you expect me to do? Become Madre Teresa? I don't know, but that's not for me. Like, life is short. No, life is not short. Life is here to enjoy. And if you're someone who loves love and you desire love, you have to put yourself out there again. All right, let's see. JK says, I would say 1 year, but everyone is different and at different stages of their life. I agree. I think that's another great point that you're making. I think that depending on your life stage, how fast or how slow you move. If you're in your 20s, it's completely different when you are in your 40s and 50s. If it was, like I said, if it was just a fling, it was a situationship of 6 months, that's completely different from when you were in a marriage and you have kids, and it's like, so there are just, yeah, no rules. Yvette says, get some therapy, work on you, and do the best for yourself. That's it. Like, honestly, you have to, there's only so much that you can do, right? Like, at a certain point, you have to, I believe that there is also a thing as over developing yourself, or over analyzing, over therapeuticizing yourself. I don't know if that's a word, but there are people that are in therapy for like years and years and years, and there is nothing on, like, believe me when I say that, there is nothing wrong with that. It's actually great. But there are people that get a little bit too, I don't know, carried away with all of that stuff, even at a point that their whole vocabulary becomes everything that they learned in therapy, and all of these medical terms that can also work in your detriment. Because I'm like, yeah, you have to do the work, you have to, work with someone if that's something that you want to do, or do the books, like the journaling and all of that stuff. But at a certain point, you have to put yourself out there again. There is no way around it. Shonda says, is it a single season or what? I've noticed a lot of people being newly single these days. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with your stage of life. I feel like because I'm single, I notice a lot of single people around me. Because I don't know, it's just like if you just bought a red car, the only thing that you see is a red car. So I don't necessarily think it's single season. It's actually cuffing season, no? Rhea says, let me tell you, I feel like I'm likely one of your more mature followers and admire you a lot, and for some reason feel like I know you, but I will say I was married for over 205 years. 225, I think you meant. And I can say, it feels right for you, sweetheart. We are all different and processed differently, 100%. Yeah, if this feels right to me now, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Shonda says, I don't think you need a timeline. As long as you do the work on yourself, you will know when the time is right. Yes, girl. That is so true. Yvette says, I promote doing what works for you as long as you are happy, healthy, and safe. Yes, safety is so important. Sometimes we forget about the safety part. Verity says, moving fast is only their judgment. Don't listen, only you know where you are. Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. Because people don't know. Also, the thing is, like, what I've experienced when you are in or like super long relationships and things are fizzling out. Like, if there wasn't like cheating involved or things like that, or like, I don't know, let's not go there, but say like abuse, things like that, it kind of fizzles out. So it's not like a switch. So you've had kind of, while technically in the relationship, you're growing apart, the one person is doing its thing, his thing, I'm doing my thing. Like, you're already kind of creating your life apart from each other. So once you like actually make the decision, like it's over, it's been over, So that's also a thing that people forget, and that, determine how long you need to process things. Chanel says, taking time before jumping back into the dating scene is wise though. Yeah, absolutely. Because I think that it is really important to take inventory of what went wrong, like do the self-reflection thing. What went wrong? What do you want for next time? What do you want to from the other person, but most importantly, or what was like life-changing for me, and don't say this lightly, was going internally and determining for myself what I want to change, like for myself. So not focusing on the other person, but focusing on myself. Because the other person you can't control. Like, that's out of your control. You can only control things internally. What do you want to work on and do better next time? How do you want to show up for your future partner and things like that? And that takes time. Like, that takes time to figure out for yourself what is that. But at the same time, when you're dating, like when you're going on dates and things like that, it will help you to pinpoint those things. So that's why I do believe that you have to, at a certain point, put yourself out there. And when you're dating, you're just collecting information, figuring out, okay, do I like this? Do I don't like this? Yada, yada, yada. So that is how I, at least, approach it. Brad says, you can break up today and be in the dating pool next week, as Thessely just to you. Girl, like, no judgment. Honestly, no judgment whatsoever. And Chanel says, I can't wait till you move here to the States. Girl, me and you both. Richard, hi. How are you? Welcome to the live. Rendezvous, your Invisalign are coming along great. Do they hurt as bad as they say? Thank you so much. It's funny that you say that, because I already see a difference, and it's only been a month. I just got my third one, this Friday, and I get one every 2 weeks. So yeah, it's only been a month. And yeah, I can already see a difference. For me, it doesn't hurt. Like, I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't hurt. It is uncomfortable. Like the first 2 days is uncomfortable, especially with my speech. I just hate that so much, the lisp. But at a certain point, like, I stopped caring. Like, I'm like, it is what it is, and deal with it, kind of thing. And also, like, with eating, and when you not eat, like, when I'm at home, it's fine, because you have to take it out every time that you want to eat something. So no snacking, because it's just tedious. But when I was in New York, like, every time I want to get something, going for lunch, going for dinner, like, I have to, like, go take it out and then go put it back. Like, that's like the tedious, like, thing. But other than that, yeah, no complaints. And it's crazy how I'm already seeing some of the difference. But yeah, all right, let's get back to this topic though. I think that one thing that helped me, like, one of the questions that helped me to figure out, am I ready to start dating again, is, like, am I okay being by myself, or am I just seeking distraction? So, like, I think that that is, like, one of the seasons I was in, was I was using Hinge, right? I am still on Hinge. And I was going on Hinge because I was bored. And that's not a good place to be. Like, you shouldn't be dating if you're bored. So one, like, check question that I was doing for myself was, like, do I really want this? Or do I just want company because I'm bored? So if your life is so full of many good things that are happening, and on top of that you still want to date, then it's like adding something into your life instead of, like, being a distraction. Does that make sense? Just wondering if that makes sense for you guys. But that's, like, the check question that I did. Another check that I did was, like, after going on a date, is I would always like, do a self-reflection kind of thing. So journal, like, how did the date go? What did I like? What did I dislike? And then one thing that I paid attention to was, am I comparing this person with my ex? The moment that I stopped doing that, like, even unconsciously, I was like, oh, I'm not doing that anymore. That is telling me, okay, you're ready. Like, if you're still comparing like, everything that they do, or new things that you see, or places that you want to go, you still have your ex in your head, that means that you're not ready. So if you're, like, trying to recreate the life that you had with your ex, only, like, because you're, like, still hanging on to the good things that you had with your ex, and you want to, like, get a new partner or find a new partner that would do those same things with you, girl, you need some more work to do. Because that is not fair to you, that's not fair to the new person. The new person should get a clean slate, no comparisons whatsoever. And then what I was asking myself is, like, what exactly do I want when, like, taking all limits off, like all, if I could have like a blank canvas, do I really know what I want? And if you're not there yet, that you cannot fill in that blank canvas, you still need some more work to do to figure that out for yourself. Because until you do, yeah, it's like you're not ready because you're still like kind of stuck in that past of that past person. And I was also like wondering for myself, like, can I fully show up for a new person? Like, do I really, seeing that my life is like, honestly, my life is so full and so busy, am I willing to still make time for someone? And when that answer became yes, like when you find someone that you're like, okay, this is worth, it's not even a sacrifice. I wouldn't call it a sacrifice. It's not a sacrifice. It's just that a conscious choice that you make. And when you're not ready because you're like still stuck in the past life, you wouldn't see it as a conscious choice that you're making to welcome someone new into your life. So that's just a couple of, yeah, just check-in questions that really helped me out. Then, okay, so this is another great one. I actually have a friend that's going through this. But a self-reflection thing to have is, do you have a roster? Like, do you have a funnel? If you have a funnel, for you guys that are in marketing, you know what a funnel means, or sales, or whatever. But most of you do know what I mean with a roster, right? If you have a roster, like this one didn't pick up, I'm going to call this one. If this date canceled, I have this one lined up. Like, you know, you can have 2 people. I would say max 3 people. I could never handle that, but some people do, and some dating coaches even recommend doing this. But if you have like more than that, then it's just a distraction. Like, you're just doing things to keep busy and to, yeah, it's not, in my opinion, this is my humble opinion, respectfully, but you're not doing something intentional. And you might want to look in, you know, introspectively to figure out, why am I jumping from the one thing to the next? Like, why can't I be alone? Like, why can I not enjoy my life alone? Like, when is the last time I took myself on a date? Ask yourself that. So those are like some good introspective questions that I asked myself when I found myself in that particular time. And let me see, before I get into the tea. Okay, this is another sign that I was like, okay, I think I'm ready. I talk to myself, not out loud. I'm not a psycho, but I do talk to myself. And one thing that I noticed for myself was that I was so excited to get to experience like love again, like get to experience someone new again. And I was equally as excited to be alone, like to have my alone time. It's just crazy. I cannot like put it into words. I cannot like, I don't know, articulate it well, but I don't get that anxiety of when I'm alone. But I also get super happy when I am with someone. So it's like, I don't know, I think that's the best place to be. because it also feels like if something were to happen to that connection, it's all good. Like it's sad. It's sad. We will be sad for a little bit, but then, I mean, we're good on our own, and we're full and yeah, full of life just by ourselves, and that's super important. And also, when a great thing that I learned is that when I talk about my past now, because my past is part of me, right? I do think that it's not something to be ashamed about or to not talk about. But when I do, let's say I'm getting to know someone new, of course that question will come up, right? Like, how long have you been single? When was your last relationship? Yada, yada, yada. And I can talk about it without emotion, like without getting emotional, without relitigating the case to make myself look better. What I would say is just like, there was misalignment, like it was a great relationship, but there was misalignment, we grew apart. I'm grateful for that season of my life because it made me who I am today, and that's it. Like, keep it pushing. Like, that is all you need to say. Like, there is no need to overshare. There is no need to, if the person that is asking you this wants you to share more, I would say, depending on what specifically, you might want to question that, because there is no need. Like, that is what it was. This is me today, and we keep it going. So yeah, I remember, like, in the past, I used to really go into the story, and this is why we broke up, and I don't think it's fair. And there is no need for that, because we processed that, we accepted it, we took the lessons from it, we took the beautiful things from it, and we're moving on. So yeah. Okay, so a couple of signs that really told me, like, okay, Tess, you are ready. And one thing, okay, the most important thing for me was that I wasn't scared to put myself out there again, because I don't think it's fair to, like, to start dating seriously when you want, like, something serious with someone, but you're not fully putting yourself, like, open to the experience, right? I think that love is something that's risky. It doesn't come without risk. But if you're someone who's, like, extremely guarded, you are kind of self-sabotaging, because in order to really get into it, the experience, you have to just let go. You have to be open. Now, to a certain extent, obviously, if you're getting to know someone, but if you are someone who's still carrying on things from the past, and you're kind of punishing the new person for things that happened to you in the past, I don't think you're ready. So it is like a very thin line, because of course you don't want to repeat the mistakes that you did in the past, but also you don't want to carry too much, like, baggage. If it feels like baggage and not lessons, I think that's maybe a good way to distinguish where you are at in your readiness to start dating again. And one thing that I have been doing while going on dates, I think I briefly mentioned this, but I'll put, like, I'll literally put a reminder for myself in my calendar, or reminders app or whatever, to take like 10 to 15 minutes to journal and to ground myself, like to journal, what did I think about the date, and that will help me to stay in the here and now, as we were just talking about, because my mind can go like 10 steps ahead. But doing this, having that check-in moment with myself, preferably immediately after the date, or sometimes I'll do it like the morning after, just so I have time to process things. That has helped me so much. Like, I kid you not. I don't hop from the next day to the like, I just really make it a point for me to take my time, pause, reflect, and then go, move forward, because otherwise everything becomes like a blur. And I want to make very conscious decisions. So, and this is not only with dating, but also with at work, for example. If I had like a very busy, important day with like a couple of important meetings, I will do the same thing. That's like something that I learned in therapy. That's kind of a tool that I have in my toolbox to keep me grounded. It lowers my anxiety. It lowers not even my anxiety, because I don't really have anxiety. I don't have anxiety. I don't. But it calms my nervous system. That's the best way to put it. Makes me feel like incredibly grounded, and just my levels out my head, kind of my thoughts. Like, I know, like, okay, where am I at? What am I doing? More the rational side of things, but also taking into account the emotional side of things. So really go into my body and how is my body feeling. That has helped me so incredibly, like a lot. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, and this is another great one. I am not dating to prove anything to anyone. And when you get to that point, you're ready. I'm not dating for no revenge for anyone. I am not, like, I've been working out and, taking care of myself and all of that. I'm doing that for me. I'm not doing that for any revenge body or any like glow up or any of that nonsense. It is all coming from such a pure place, like out of self-love and self-worth, that I've never experienced before at this level. And that tells me, like, girl, you're ready. And it also, like, I think one of the motivations is that I've been thinking for myself what kind of partner and wife I want to be. So that motivates me, because it's like, I'm obviously doing this for myself, but I also want to give my future husband like the best version of me possible. So that like keeps me going, because I'm like, yeah, like I'm doing so good. Like, I'm going to be the best wife. Like, I cannot wait for them to get to experience all of this. Like, that's like the motivation that or the kind of the way that my mind works, that keeps me motivated, because I know that, because I do desire that, it's kind of like, yeah, the one thing will lead to the other, and not the other way around. I'm not waiting to get that future husband, or that potential husband, in order for me to, or for that to be the thing that will start my work on myself. No, I'm working on myself, because I do think that will ultimately lead to that future person into my life, or future husband into my life. Let me see real quick. Let me get to some questions, and then I'll do this one. But Chels, oh, looking ever so pretty. Thank you, girl. Rendezvous says, I developed a lisp after braces and I can really hear the change in your speech. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm kidding. Um, okay. Rhea, spill the tea. How did you meet this new love interest? Um, okay. Do you guys really want to? Oh my God. I'll get to it. Rendezvous. Do I feel like adding this extra non-needed stress for you right now? I don't understand. I don't understand that. Chanel, you're solid no matter what. Good play. Yes, that's how I feel. Like I'm good with or without you. No, that's so toxic. I don't think that way. But I do feel like, yeah, you have to be full on your own in order to be ready to receive something in your life. Just Living Life says, especially if there is no extra situations involved like kids, they don't need those details. 60% or more of marriages ending in divorce all know what it is. Yeah, I believe that. Even like if they have kids or there are kids involved, like keep it cute. Like, actually, especially when there are kids involved. Like you don't want to trash talk your ex-partner because you will still have to deal with that person. That's like the mother of your kids or the father of your kids. So yeah, I would say like as the relationship goes on, obviously, things will come up, but at the first few dates, there is no need to get into the nitty gritty of why you broke up and all of that jazz. Ray says, yes, love that. Recollection without emotion is the one indicator that you are ready to move on to the next chapter of your life. 100%. Because I remember like when I used to talk about, especially like the final stages of my relationship, I would get so mad. I would get so angry. And now I'm like, what happened? Like I don't even, sometimes I even forget. That's so bad. No, I do remember the feeling because that's a good thing. Your body will never forget that actually. So you don't repeat that, the same mistakes. But all the intricacies of what happened, girl, I don't have to, I have so many other things to think about. Chanel says, yeah, that revenge thing is so childish. Yeah, but that's so Hollywood. Like, all we see, like in rom-coms and things like that, is that revenge kind of thing. SS, loved how you talked about therapy, very important part in becoming the best version of yourself. 100%. Yes. Aaron says, I changed my style watching your videos. You always look so beautiful and classy. Thank you so much, girl. It's so funny how these lives are zero fashion. Like I don't really talk about fashion. I'm trying to think about like you guys can put your fashion questions in the chat, and I'll answer those. But yeah, I think that these lives are just way more fun to go more deep into life kind of questions instead of only fashion because I'm more than just fashion. But anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed this topic. Let's get to the spin because I did get questions about like the love life thing, and a lot of people actually think that I live in New York. Like it's so funny that it feels like I moved there already. Okay, so I didn't move there yet. But like I said at the beginning, I am planning to move next year, and you guys are going to help me with that. So I'm going to start this series of Manifesting Manhattan to get it going, like all of the things that we need to get done. You know, what are we going to do with the car, with the house, with the dog? Like there is so much to think about, and I think that it will be fun to do this with you guys, to take you along with me on this journey, because it's going to be amazing to be there. Like I can only imagine, like it's going to be so much fun. So we're going to make it happen. But another question I got was about my job, like what do I do? What do I do? And do I do social media full time? I don't do social media full time yet. Working towards getting there. Hopefully, with this whole New York thing going on, New York has way more opportunities in comparison to here in the Netherlands. So yeah, I think that once I'm there more often and eventually move, it will be way more realistic to do it full time, because you know my lifestyle, like you guys know I love my nice things. So you need a certain financial position to be able to maintain that same lifestyle. So yeah, until we get there, I'm still doing my 9 to 5, which is I'm a product owner slash my lisp is crazy, it's killing me, slash project manager at a telecom IT company, and loving it. So that's also the thing. I love my 9 to 5. Like I get so much fulfillment out of it. So it's not like I hate my job and I want to do social media full time. No, I have like a solid career going on that I actually enjoy. So yeah, you can enjoy two things at the same time. There is no need for me to choose yet. And then another question that I got was, what's on my holiday bucket list? So I don't have much on my bucket list. I don't know. I don't do the holidays like that anymore. But I just got a new iPhone. That wasn't even on my bucket list, but it's like more a work thing. But material things, like I don't really have something. I haven't even, thought about it. One thing, experience-wise, I really want to be in New York for both Thanksgiving and Christmas. So we are working on that. And yeah, just because, I don't know, that's where I feel more me lately. I wouldn't say more at home, because it's not home yet, but because I have this goal of making it my home, I want to be there as much as possible to start putting things into place. So that's like on my bucket list. And then there was also, okay, so this is the only fashion question that I got, was how do we shorties work on our silhouette with the help of clothes? And there are like a lot of videos that I did on this, so I wish this person was a little bit more specific. But what I thought about was like with the fall wardrobe, one thing that I enjoy wearing is like skirts and dresses a little bit more, because I can wear my tights, I can wear like boots and stuff like that. But one thing with skirts is that if you're doing like a mini skirt, you have to pay attention to where it hits your thigh, because depending on where it hits your thigh, it will shorten your legs or elongate them. So it has to hit you like a little bit above the middle of your thigh, So you like quite some leg action showing, and that will make you look taller. So I really hope that helps. That's like one of the cheat codes that always works for me. Just make sure that some thigh action is showing. All right, let's get to these final questions and the T. So we wrap this up. Okay. Rhea says, I ask because I'm new to dating and have found in New York it's been hard. I do recognize I'm working in a different age bracket, but most of my friends are in long-term marriage, and I found, yeah. I mean, girl, I feel you. I've been hearing that about New York so much that it is ghetto. It is ghetto in these streets. Because New York has this thing that just with like everything else, there are so many options, right? And people feel like even though you can get on dates, but people feel like it's touch and go, you know? It's like if you don't show up or if I don't like you, I dislike this little thing about you, there are 20 like other girls lined up because New York has, you know, because it's overpopulated. So that's like one thing that I've been hearing about the girls that some of the girls that I met at the meetup, some people that I've been talking to, that is just, yeah, people don't take it, people don't commit. People really don't commit because they feel like there are so many options. And yeah, so that's like one thing that I don't like. I wish that people were a little bit more intentional, even though there is a sea of options. I think that you don't necessarily need that. I think when you find one person and you really like that person, just explore that. Explore that. That's how, I don't know, that's how my brain works at least. Yvette says, a partner should compliment you, not complete you. In my opinion, when you have worked on yourself in every aspect, you will be ready for a mature drama-free. Yes, we want drama-free, girl. We want peace. We want peace. We want companionship. We want the love, we want the excitement, and of course, there are challenges, right? Like no relationship, no two people, even in a friendship, there are sometimes you disagree and you have your, so I'm not saying that, but it hasn't, yeah, I want drama free. I want just, my life is so peaceful at this moment. Why am I going to add something to disturb that peace? That doesn't make sense to me. So add to my life, and, you know, let's make each other better. That's all. Rhea says, just wanting fun is not commitment. I agree. I'm here for the fun, but I'm not here for the fun alone. Fun is like part of it, but yeah, we're doing something different here. Chanel, oh, is that the series in Manifesting Manhattan? It has a nice ring to it. Yeah, I thought so too. Even though, like I said, I'm not necessarily keen on Manhattan, but you get the gist. I think that's a cool name, and it's super clear, like what we are doing. So yeah, I can't wait to start creating some content around that. Okay, so the T on the Mr. Man, the Mr. Man. Okay, so yeah, I am dating again, and I met this person the last trip, so the trip that I did in September. Met him in New York at the Record Room. That place has a special place in my heart now. And hit it off, like honestly, hit it off right away. It is so funny because the next day I had a meetup with you guys, some of you, and went on a date with him after that. And then yeah, so this time around I went. Yeah, the whole purpose of the trip was to go visit him, and along with that, as soon as I knew like I'm gonna be there, I let my agency know. So I also had like some work lined up. So it was so nice. It was super, super nice. You guys have to stay tuned for next week's video, because I'm doing a little story time on how I met him, and it's going to be, it's done, even though I'd say that myself, but the way that I created this video is done in such a tasteful way. But you'll get to see a little sprinkle of him. But yeah, it's going great. Like it's we'll see what happens, because obviously I'm here, he's there. But like Yvette said, I'm just taking it one day at a time, girl. One day at a time, and not trying to think of the 10-year plan yet. But one day at a time, and just enjoy the here and now. Like I'm still downloading everything, like the whole week that we just spent together. So yeah, it's just fun. It's just super light and enjoy, like, yeah, just fun. Chanel, not a sprinkle. Yeah, it will be a little sprinkle. Yeah, but that is it, you guys. That is all that I had for today. If there are any other questions, JK, what brand is your watch? It's Cartier. It's Cartier, the Cartier Panthère Mini, the smallest one. Yeah. Yeah, make sure that, because this video, next week's video is going to be a sponsored video with a brand that, yeah, she was, with a brand that is, that you support this video. I will remind you guys on the community tab, but I'll also remind you on Instagram. I really want this video like to perform well, because this is like a brand that I would want to like create a long-term partnership with, because I really do genuinely support them. And those are the kinds of sponsorships that I like. Like that's why I don't do, like you guys know, I don't do sponsorships that often, because it has to feel super genuine to me, and this feels just that. So yeah, really go support that video. Put a reminder for yourself for next week to support that video. And I think that's it. Yeah, Frida is doing good. She was a little bit, Frida? She was a little bit jittery, but she's doing good. I think she really missed me. I missed her too. But it's funny, like she seemed good the first few days, but then I saw that this weekend she was a little bit clingy. So I do think that she really missed me the last week that I wasn't here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, for joining this live, and I'll see you next month, and otherwise I'll see you in all the fun, exciting videos that I have coming up. Have a great Sunday, you guys. Bye.